Hello, welcome to episode 19 of our Timberborn update to Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. Last episode, we finally finished this massive build of water wheels to generate some more power, and we took care of a couple other things in this area as well. And we are continually attempting to convert this area into forestry development land, and as they harvest the remaining crops here, we'll continue doing that. And actually, we can go ahead and start doing some of that right now with these things that have been removed. So that's going to take a while because all of our storage is pretty much full for wood and for crops and stuff here. So what we're going to end up doing today is kind of expanding some of the storage and adding a few other things that we needed to take care of along the way. Chiefly being, we're going to put some more of those water wheels in this area. That's going to get a little interesting because of how this is set up. Now, if you'll notice, we already have pretty much the entirety of this channel built with a platform here. But we're not going to be able to put any of these guys being the compact water wheels in until we actually have a way to get back here, which is going to be interesting because we're going to have to build across this to get on the back side and then eventually demolish that. And since we already have these buildings right here, we can just have these wheels directly connect, and we'll end up building these probably along most of this area. We just had to get these first few in here, which is going to take a little while. So while that is happening, we'll need to put in some more storage over here. And there's only so many places you can put stuff, you know. So we might have to get a little bit creative and figure some other stuff out. Let's go ahead and put our speed up on turbo here. Too far from it. Okay, that's right, because they had to get this done. It's going to take them a little bit of time. So that's one thing we've got to do in this episode. And I also want to do a little bit more over here. And I know we're probably going to need another two layers of this, but that is just so much happening at once. I don't think we're going to want to do that for a while. We're already making a pretty good amount of power, but we're also starting to run into the problem of having to store power, which is one of the reasons why we're going to be putting in some extra fun stuff here. And by extra fun stuff here, I mean, well, actually, we probably don't need these to be in here because we're going to have to put in scaffolding. But we're going to put in some more of these gravity batteries going into here because, you know, it lets you do that. And we're going to, as a result of that, get a lot more power. And in the process, we're going to have to get a little creative on how we have everything set up here. Because they're going to have to go pretty much right on top of this. So we'll just let them build all of these things, and once that's done, we're going to really detonate a whole bunch of this stuff. Try to get this pretty low so we can have, of course, more range for our power. And that's going to take them a pretty decent amount of time to get that all finished. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. In the meantime, lag, 12 FPS. This district is looking pretty good in the middle of harvesting wood, which is to be expected, since we used so much to make this enormous mess right here. So we really need to tackle the food storage problem. But since we're already over here, let's go ahead and let a little bit more water in. You can see they've already built these two wheels. They're outputting a little bit of power. Not a ton. But every little bit helps, so we'll be adding several more of those and seeing if there's anywhere else we could expand to have a double wide so we can put in our large water wheels. And of course, we can't forget about this little section too. We're generating tons of science thanks to our, it's on the other side. I'm turned around. Yeah, our little science area over here. All right, that is now flooding because I have spent too much time looking at something else. So that's going to eventually fix itself when that dries out. So we need to identify a good spot for some more storage because pretty much all of this is full. And I know I should be having each of these have specific stuff stored in there, but I really don't feel like messing with that. Especially since we're so close to the quote-unquote end of this. If I'm going to do something like that, it's probably going to have to be pretty much right from the start of a new map, which I'm sure we will do when the time comes for it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of this. And we'll go ahead and pop in one of these guys right here. In fact, we'll just keep on putting these. We'll get 4 more of those in there. And of course, the end goal eventually to have all of this connected with other stuff that needs power. At this present time, it's probably not going to be any more production stuff because we have so much going on over here. We do have 7 unemployed golems, which we are going to, when the time comes, trade back to these hauling posts. I guess we could probably already do that. Just have those 7. That's probably a smart thing to do. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's probably smart. I just have to find a spot for these 4 beavers to go. Well, we'll get it all figured out. These aren't doing too bad, putting out 100 horsepower. Of course, these aren't connected here. So for the time being, I think... Okay, that was already set up correctly. For the time being, I think we'll just go ahead and connect all these. We can always get rid of these later. Of course, the main goal is to have everything fully connected. Oh, we got to be careful. We don't want to trap our golems back here, do we? I actually might have to, I'm sure they're still going to build this in the order that they've already started. But we don't want anybody trapped back here. See, that's the idiots. Oh, that was me that did that. Never mind. Yeah, I actually need that one first. I wish there was a little bit better AI pathfinding for the builders to be able to know if they're about to trap themselves in some place. Then I wouldn't have to do this stupid thing. Song and dance of chasing down all of the construction to make sure it's done in the correct order. Anyway. Now that that's all taken care of. Yeah, that's how you know you're getting toward the end of a map. When nothing can run faster than like 5 FPS. Alright, how are we doing over here? Alright, so it looks like they're all done. So we'll just keep blowing stuff up, you know how it goes. And once we're pretty satisfied with the depth of things, then we can start adding some more of these and then figure out how to hook everything up. So I think for the purposes of getting stuff connected, we might actually want to build one more level up and then have it go over that walkway there. So I think I'm going to, once we get everything blown up to our satisfaction, I'll probably go ahead and... Actually, I could just go ahead and build up 2 of these right here. And check what our level of... I don't know if that's the wrong way. Because I believe this is going to be pretty good. It's not going to be like 30,000 apiece, but it's going to be a good bit. It's going to be ugly, but it's going to be efficient. And that is just fine. That is just fine. That's going to take them a little while to get done, too. Maybe not too long, depending on how fast the gears can get over here. Alright, so that's 28,000. This will get us to 30. If I detonate all of this once it's ready to go. So that will have a lot of extra power for us. Oh, that's 32. Okay, that's right, because the height of the dynamite was not taken into consideration. Well, at that rate, let's just keep going. Let's just add more. Then once that's done, we'll have to connect over here. Which means we're going to need to get more stuff connected. Excuse me while I think out loud. Okay, get that in place there. I believe... I think what I'm going to want, yeah. I want this way, so that way we don't have to have any more high power shafts. We'll just have this whole thing be connected. We'll put that guy in last. I think that should be fine. All right, do we have this all prepared? We sure do. All right. Let's do a couple more. This will go down to 36,000 with this next set of detonations. I guess I could have put another pair of gravity batteries on this side, now that I think about it, but it'll be fine. We're not going to be needing too much more power. We are still probably another couple episodes away from being completed with this one, for all intents and purposes. So we don't need to go too crazy, but we did definitely need this. Alright, that is complete. That's now at 36. This will take us to... Oh, cannot be built at the bottom of the map? We're already at the bottom of the map? Okay, well, I guess we're staying at 36. Fine by me. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and build all these guys. I did not expect that to happen. Alright, so that's going to be 7 of those. And then now we'll have to put this in here. And then we will put... Let's just go ahead and put a 4-way, just for the heck of it. So we'll need to get those guys in first. Okay, so... here comes the drought. Perfect timing. Because once this is all set up, we're going to have a whole lot more power storage. So let's get these guys on the case. Alright, now I remember last episode I promised we were going to get into terraforming. And we do have the science to research it. So let's go ahead and just unlock all of these. So first thing we're going to need to do is place a terraforming station. And if you remember, my goal originally was to raise the level of this up a little bit and make it level with one of these. So our terraforming station is going to need to go somewhere kind of in the general area. So actually right here is probably not the worst possible place for it. If I can put that there. The dirt excavator, of course, is going to have to go somewhere high. I imagine someplace like right about here is probably going to be okay. Oh, I forgot the stairs. That's right. How could I forget? We had so much fun with this last time. All right, terraforming station. Yes, we're going to build platforms on top of that. Don't worry. We'll get there. And then we need a dirt pile. Oh, I miscalculated. That's unfortunate, but I guess expected. Let's put that right there. Not that it really matters that much. Then terrain blocks, once that's all taken care of. This is going to need power run to it. Of course, so we're going to have to figure that out. I probably should have thought about this before I started putting a bunch of this everywhere. Alright, let's put in... Yeah, right next to the temple, let's just start blowing stuff up. That's a peaceful way to exist. Alright, now where do I have to have power connections on this? Is it only on the front side? Alright, we're going to move this, actually. Because I have now realized that was a terrible place to put that. Yeah, we're going to put this in a completely different spot. Okay. Let's instead put this, let's see. No, I don't want that. Okay, that's actually done. I'm kind of skipping around. Apologies, but let's get that connected. Let's put that there. We're going to... Yeah, we'll do that. Then we're going to have to put in some more stairs up here to get everybody to go up. And then we'll put our dirt excavator. Let's move it one back so we can still have access to something up here. Right, and then this, of course, is going to go into that. That'll take care of everything there. What do you mean? Oh, okay, I haven't built that yet. That's why. All right, let's check out how this is looking. Good progress. We just need these two. Waiting on gears. Okay, are we still exporting gears? No, we're not. How are we doing in this district for gears? We have 3. This district has 0. Okay. Let's unpause all of the gears. Oh, man. Yeah, let's unpause all the gears. And I think we need to make sure automatic migration for... Okay, what is this? Other units? Okay. All right. I think that should even things out. This district will be down some golems, but they're making some, so that should be fine. Yeah, we just really need some gears. So I'm glad they're getting to work with that. It's probably going to be pretty sketchy to get all the way through all this before the drought happens. I don't expect that to happen, so I guess it's fine. I guess. Have no other options really, so we'll just have to let that be for now. And they're working over here. Oh, they need 100 gears. Okay. All right. These guys are making gears. Okay, that's fine. We're just in a place now where we have not enough gears. It's going to be close. I don't think they can make them fast enough to get through everything else in half a day, but they are still working diligently. So that's looking good at least. While we have time, let's get a little bit more water in here, just to make sure we don't dry out. Oh, and this area over here is looking a little better. All right, let's get these trees planted here. We still need a place to store stuff, so now that we have this in place, and this area is getting a little bit less important for our metal collecting, I think we can go ahead. First of all, let's check our pathing here. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay to put in a couple of these guys. So I think I can get away with this, and then one like this. Make sure this is empty. We'll pause that. Then, of course, we'll have to put in pathways under one of these at least. Okay, that is empty, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And then you know exactly what's happening next is my my favorite little weird setup here. First step is always remembering what in the world I did to make this thing in the first place. The answer, of course, is move these things to the other side. So I can keep building my little contraptions here. I just noticed you can hear beavers chanting. Oh, don't stop on account of me. That was interesting. This is also a much more efficient pathing design than I had done over here. But I also had this turned around, so I guess that's okay. Alright, this is now empty. Alright, that should take care of most of our storage problems for the food. Wood-wise, we'll build a couple more of those guys. Okay, well that was interesting. Yeah, this is almost gone anyway. Alright, how are we looking on this? Okay, we need a ton more gears. Did we actually end up completing this? We sure did. And that is being utilized, so that's good to see. Ever so slowly, we should now have plenty of capacity to last through the rest of the drought, even though this is continually falling. Alright, now these guys are... Okay, we can actually reopen some of these to regular beavers. Just because we don't have enough of the golems right now. We are making some. It just takes a little bit longer We'll get there. Okay, and this is all looking good here. Our supply of wood is recovering. Yeah, I mean, there's really not too much left to do outside of just decorations. And of course, we have this carousel, and we have a mud bath. Which I think we're going to go ahead and research both of those. See if I can find a good place to, well, I guess this just, connects on one side. How do I know which side this connects to power with? I guess I'm just gonna have to drag it up next to a power shaft, huh? Find out. I would imagine it's this back section here. Would have to be my guess. So if I were to do that, I'd probably actually want to do something like that, I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah, it does connect to the back here. Alright, that's fine. We'll just build that last. Of course, this requires a bunch of gears. Alright, and then the mud bath is going to have to be powered as well. Which actually means one of these should be, yes, one of these should be a three-way. Get your minds out of the gutter. Right, here's probably going to work best for that. Put in a staircase, except that's going to also have to be last. Because otherwise, how are they going to get to stuff, right? Build some stairs to go right up into it. Why does that say entrance blocked? These jokers, I told them not to build that yet. Oh, this whole thing's built already. Never mind. Yeah, okay. So why is it telling me... Well, this should work. It's going to be a long time getting gears. Okay, we have 76 over here. Okay. We're not currently building anything that needs gears, so I think we can probably start exporting these again. So we'll do that. Build this weird little amusement park corner over here. Now, I have seen a couple of you guys request me build some windmills. So fun fact, windmills don't exist in the Iron Teeth faction. It's all power wheels, large water wheels, and engines. So, sorry, I can't build any windmills. But we do have the ability to build engines if we so choose. I really don't think we need to, because now we have a pretty adequate, power reserve with these extra gravity batteries to get us through the next 5 days. I think it should be fine. Plus the engines use wood. And yes, we do have wood to burn. I don't really feel like we need to be burning any more wood right now. So, we'll see. Yeah, so we're just waiting on a whole bunch of gears now. That's always fun. Meanwhile, over here, these seem to be kind of going well. Why are they not planting these? these trees here. I guess they just haven't gotten to it. 'Cause they should be within range. Now, one thing I didn't think about, we kind of can't do it because of the way that the pathing limits work, but I did think about putting in some dams right across here to try and hold some water on this side. But one, I don't have the space on the pathways to do that, and two, it just doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal on normal difficulty to have a drought of 9 days. Obviously, when we get to our hardcore playthrough, which will be, I don't know, might be next after this one when we're done, so maybe in another week or so, I guess that might become a little bit more important, and we'll have to figure out new strategies for that, so that'll be fun. But I just really don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. So I'm going to choose not to worry about it too much. I will put a couple more of these in here, and we'll keep getting more and more of these trees planted here. You never have too many trees. Meanwhile, this seems to be done. It's not connected to... Don't tell me. Oh my god. Okay. I spent all this time worrying about connecting something to the appropriate thing, and I just completely ignored connecting it to anything. Well, it just goes to show you, kids. You're not always going to be smart. You have to think critically about your problems. And, you know, not just ignore stuff. Waiting on dirt. Of course, we're waiting on dirt. We don't have any dirt collected from the dirt excavator. Its entire job is to excavate dirt. And we're waiting on planks, too. We have, okay, we're making planks. We're really waiting on planks. How many planks do we have in this district? We have 166. I probably shouldn't have any come over here, but we can go ahead and turn these back on. So now we're not doing these enormous building projects anymore. We should be able to have... Oh, we really don't have enough beavers? Do we really not have enough beavers? That is surprising. I thought we were for sure having way too many beavers. I think it's because we paused all these breeding pods. We'll turn a couple of those back on. Okay, now these are out of range. Alright, so that's going to be it for that. Guess we'll just go ahead and do that way. That'll be fine. We only have 3 days left of this drought anyway. Alright, so they are still being very slow because they don't have any planks, because we're using all the planks we make. Totally normal, except now we have at least one of these warehouses built. Running low on metal, I guess. Well, we have... Oh, no, we're not. We have 1,000 metals stored up. We just don't have it refined into blocks. We have 73 of those, so that's fine. Okay, where are our injured beavers? We have 3 of these guys. We have our medical tents, medical beds, that they're not going to, so I don't want to hear whining about it if they're not using services that are available to them. Seems kind of stupid to complain about that. Okay, industrial log piles. Just to relieve a little bit of our log storage that I know isn't completely full, but we can go ahead and put those 2 right there. Might be a little helpful later on. These guys still aren't connected to power. They're still waiting on the planks? They sure are. Alright, well. We'll have to come back to that at a time. Yeah, see, look how much water we're pumping out of this. Definitely glad we expanded what we did when we did. Honestly, could probably stand to have a little bit more. Do I dare? Do I dare start another one of these? I think we have enough. I'm sure this is going to make somebody very angry. But if I were to just expand a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. By a tiny bit, I mean a lot. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I just really like building these. They're kind of fun. And I have the wood to do it, so why not? I think I can probably get this entire section over here stored up as well. Yeah, because it's going to be bad news. So this is already all the way down, huh? Definitely, okay. Well, that is definitely not ideal. I think if I were to go over here, this should let us have more construction over here. I'm actually not sure. Well, we'll see. Go ahead and keep going with this. Why? Because I can. There is no further reasoning necessary. Although it is kind of ugly, gotta admit. So I think probably would be smart to try to limit it too much more here. Actually, no. I made a mistake. Wasted a couple logs, but it is what it is. So that'll give him something to do. I now realize I have made a mistake. Oh boy. Oh well. It's already built. Who cares? This is going to be quite interesting. Especially when I come in over here. Start closing this up. But I'll let them get the lower levels started a little bit before I come too far into that. Yeah, but see, we're already down. Well, I guess it wasn't ever going to get down too far, but yeah, over 2 full blocks of height. That's not ideal. How are we doing over here? Still no progress here because of the planks, huh? You're still exporting berries. Well, we do need the gears too, so that's kind of a problem. Well, this district at the very least should be producing 332 planks. Okay. Now, why are we not... Oh, I never told them to export planks. Okay, well, that explains why that wasn't happening. Let's get that going. Drought's over anyway, so I think we're okay. I just can't resist the temptation to add more and more of these things here. Plus, it's just really fun to watch stuff like this get built. Even if it is a little slow sometimes. It's just really fun. Well, I don't think people want to watch too much more of that anyway. Now we're generating more power. I guess I can't really do that unless I click all the way down. Okay, yeah, we're not generating enough yet. But this should be, once it gets high enough, should be getting these guys to rotate as well. Now, how are we doing on... Okay, we haven't unlocked hardly any of these yet. And we still need 12,000 for the Tribute to Ingenuity, which is probably going to be the very last thing we build in this playthrough. It's going to be a couple more episodes of Science Gathering before we get there. Alright, and this still hasn't grown yet. That's fine. We'll get there. How are we doing over here? They can't get to anywhere else because they don't have a path to it. That's fine. That's just going to take time. What we can do... I just wish I hadn't done it like this. I probably should have just left that space open, but oh well. Why not, right? We'll let them build those first two rows so I can put these in. Yeah, just a little bit more time. Then we can shut this off. Hopefully none of them will get stuck in there because that would be very annoying. We'll just have to wait for this entire thing too. It's fine. I can already hear the people complaining about this. 2x2. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. Now the real question is, how can they actually get across to stuff here? Because I don't think they're going to have access to all of that natively. I might have to give them some help. We'll see. Meanwhile, this is still not full enough for us to get any amount of action coming through here. It's because of the way this was designed, which I guess is fine because you don't want it to completely spill out anyway. But it'll be fine. They'll be busy with that for a little bit. Now, over here, we still... Are you serious? We still don't have planks? No, we have planks. Just not many. And we're probably actually using those for the gears. I should have thought about that, actually. Guess I should have thought about this a little better. Well, at least we can mark the platforms as important. Because I bet you that's where those are going. It's to those stupid gear workshops. All right, how many? Okay, we got enough gears. We can shut those off. I'm pretty sure this has all the gears it needs. That has everything. Yeah, we're good. We're in good shape. We just need the planks. There we go. Finally, that took 800 years. Okay. Let's put in that guy. Get those prioritied right the way up there. And then our dirt excavator should finally start working. Should finally start working. Just one more thing. Okay, so now it's just no workers available in district, which is understandable. But we can tell them to go there anyway. So that's what we'll do. Now we're just waiting on 27 more planks for the carousel. And then some dirt for the mud bath. We haven't really paid too much attention to this thing. Alright, so we have dirt. I didn't make a dirt storage area, did I? That's fine. We can just put one of those down here somewhere. Dirt pile. We'll just put that right there. Okay, so this is done. We just need to connect that like so. We'll put another path going over here. Of course, they're waiting on planks. All right, let's speed that up. It's probably going to take them a little bit of time. Now, it's going to be funny when this excavates all the dirt under here. We might end up having a problem then. Okay, how many berries do we have stored in this district? We have 1,066. And this one has 246. Okay, we probably can't get rid of too many berries over here, but I'm going to start replacing all of this. Get those out of there. I think they can reach all the way over here. They should, yeah. So what we're going to do here is we're going to place our terrain blocks there. And we're going to build this up at least one level. It might end up being 2. Just to get that a little bit higher up because somebody suggested it and I can't think of anything else to do with terraforming right now. Thought it would be fun. So I guess they have to have access from something to get there. We'll see if they're able to do that. I think they can. We'll find out. Yep, they sure do. Okay. That works just fine. We are going to need to relocate this guy somewhere else. We'll figure that out as we get to that point. All right, carousel is... Oh, it's got music. That's cute. All right, so... those are all working, which means we should pretty quickly see some boost to our fun here. We haven't done books yet. How have we not done books yet? All right, we need to get our beavers some booking going on printing press. So let's put these four-ways right here? They sure are. I knew there was a reason I put those there. So we'll go ahead and get a printing press going there. And I guess we can do one for this district too, because education is important. If I can just find a place to put something. Well, now I've got a problem. Okay. How many explosives do we have? 302. Okay, I don't think I want to get rid of the explosives factory quite yet. But we also don't have a need for 2 of these things. So, goodbye. We'll put instead a printing press. That'll give them something to do that's a little bit more constructive than making explosives. Meanwhile, construction over here is going pretty well. Okay, it looks like we'll be able to get hopefully most of this built. Maybe this section right here will end up being a problem. We'll see. I don't know. Might end up being fine. Well, let's see if they'll come over here to do this, or if that's too far away. It might be too far away. Let's take another look at that. It very well could be too far away for them to come over here. Nope, sure isn't. Good, that'll help them build this last section here. Now we also have the ability to come in here and build another one of these log piles. We just have to have a good way to get down to it, which would be, I believe, putting in a path there. Yep, just like that. Have some stairs. Then another one of those. That'll help for that. Then that will also allow us to come across this way. I know this is the worst spaghetti construction, I'm sure. But that's fine. It'll get us somewhere. It's not going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, but it will be functional. Yeah, we still don't have enough power. Still don't have enough power. But they're making good progress on the terraforming over here, which is promising. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of this forester, and we can start terraforming that area. I'm going to raise this up 2 blocks. And then we'll get that whole thing taken care of. So I think it'll let me do that way. Hopefully, if they're able to get the dirt blocks over here. I know it's kind of predicated on... Oh no, we've got dirt in place. We just have to have these guys actually, you know, do something. That's like the first 2 bars of, what's that song called? That's what it sounds like. I don't remember what the song's called. I didn't take any music appreciation courses in college because I was majoring in music at the time and I didn't have to take them, so I don't know what it's called. So if you know what that's called, feel free, leave a comment below. I am interested to actually remember what that's supposed to be named. Okay. Yeah, we're still not making enough power. How's our progress going over here? It actually looks like it's going pretty well. I think building the path across the top of the industrial log pile seems to have helped just a little bit. Should be okay. I think we're going to be in good shape with that regard. I just want to start getting all of that set up. I guess we could go ahead and put in... I probably shouldn't be wasting planks to build that just yet. In fact, if anything, I should be putting another layer of these batteries in. By going across here. That would be a much better use of these platforms here. So I think it's going to have to end up being... Actually, these should all be... Don't crash on me. The rest of these should all be 3 high. Because we're going to have to build up to them. It's going to be a process. To match our height here, yeah. And we're going to need to dynamite out the rest of this also. So that's going to take probably a pretty good while to get done. But that's another fun project for them to take on there. And once this done, this of course we'll end up flooding this, put another walkway across with the scaffolding platforms, all that. Meanwhile, over here seems to be going pretty well. I guess they haven't put this in place yet. All right, that is progressing nicely. So I guess they can't put this here? That's kind of strange. All right, well, at the very least, we need to be putting some blueberry bushes in. So what we'll be doing instead is putting in a forester up here, because we have the ability to do that. And they'll get started planting some of those berry bushes while they continue working on all this. They don't seem to want to place that quite yet. So I wanted to make sure we got a little something more done before we call it for today's episode, because we are just about at an hour and a little bit here. So let's just make sure. Oh, this is all. Oh, well, that's certainly not ideal. I'm glad we caught that in time. So this is why you always try to make sure you check this stuff regularly. Boy, that would have been bad if those all dried out. Let's make sure these don't get out of hand here. All right, we'll close this one up first. And that one as well. Looking good. All right, that was a crisis averted. Okay, there we go. Let's get these things planted here. Oh, this isn't watered in the middle. I didn't foresee that being a problem here. I definitely did not. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. Alright, so I'll tell you what we're not going to do. I know this is going to drive some of you insane. We're going to blow up all that stuff we just made here. We're going to blow it all up. And we're going to just make the rest of this one level. That's frustrating, isn't it? Well, that's what happens when you don't pay super close attention to important stuff. But the rest of this should be fine. There we go. Problem solved. And then we want some more blueberry bushes. We're still doing okay on these berries. Yeah, we have over 1,000. I think we're going to be fine. I just don't want to interrupt stuff too much. We might actually start running out of stuff here. That's going to be an interesting problem because I guess we hadn't really gotten that far in the other playthrough when we started doing terraforming. We didn't see the kind of effect it had. We're going to have to move this. Maybe not to get this done, but we're going to have to move it at some point. That's going to be an interesting problem. Okay, are these all rotating? Yeah, they sure are. These are not getting a whole lot of power. So I guess this is probably letting too much water through. We can raise it up a little bit, see if that helps these guys out at all. Well, I don't know, it's kind of fickle. Okay, we're still losing power. This is going to take a while to get all that done. Darn, I wanted to do that this episode. Yeah, that'll be a good project for the next one. We did get this whole bank in. Yeah, I guess we should probably start wrapping up. Make sure there's nothing else we need to urgently attend to. I guess we could just keep planting some berry bushes. Now, as far as golems go, okay, we're actually equal here on vacancies and unemployments for the golems, which is nice. That's good progress. Hard to be unhappy about that. Alright, now are these going up? They are going up ever so slightly, which is always good to see. And these over here should be the same story. They're going down slightly, but they should all be connected. So I don't know what that's about. Huh. Alright. Well, maybe it is time to put a couple of engines in. Okay, so this is actually all done here, so what we can go ahead and do is we can start flooding it. And store up a little bit more water. Hopefully that doesn't, never mind, it did start. Why did that go all the way over there? I guess it was just like a wave. This should... there it goes. Little temporary inconvenience there. Now, I think this, putting this way will have cut off the other half of this, which is fine, I guess. We'll end up fixing it pretty quickly anyway. You know what? No, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to demolish using this amazing tool. Instead of just clicking manually. Several of you had commented about, hey, why aren't you using this? It's so much better. And I just never did it. Come to think of it, we can actually get rid of this entire stack too, which gets us a little bit more water storage. So yeah, that was, well, at least kind of worth it, right? Why is this here? I don't remember that being there. Goodbye. Well, that's a little bit of progress at least. A little bit more storage. Hopefully to lengthen our runtime on our large water wheels here. Right now, over here, still don't have a lot of water flowing through here. No, I guess it looks like it's fine. All right, how is this looking? I guess we can go ahead and plant some more bushes. And then go ahead and get rid of all of this, I guess. Harvest those berries and then get them out of there. Okay. All right, let's get the rest of this out of here. Let's get this thing out of here. And let's get the rest of this dirt put in. I guess we should probably build that up too while we're over here. All right, so what's going on with all this? I guess we could probably just pretty safely do that. We'll leave these stairs in place over here. Start planting some more bushes. Is this a pointless project? Most definitely. Is it still fun? Yep. See, it's fine. Look at this little guy over here. How far down? Okay, so we might actually be pretty close to the last level it's going to let us go. I guess the screw goes down as far as it's gonna let us excavate there, huh? Let's take a look-see here. Yeah, okay. We're doing fine. Probably aren't supposed to be able to metagame like that, but, you know, it is what it is. I guess we need to put our thing right there, yeah. That'll be fine. It's going to take them a while to get into that, and why are they saying flooded? Oh, that whole bottom thing got flooded. That's going to take forever. That's going to take forever to drain. Yeah, because that's full for like Oh, that's high. Okay, that is 2 entire blocks high. That's going to be that's a forever problem that I can't fix. Because it's yeah, well, it is what it is. I literally can't fix that without demolishing half of this whole area. So it's going to stay flooded for at least the foreseeable future. So I think this is probably about as good of a place to leave it as any. Might have another week or so in game before the next drought, so we don't want to take it too long. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff done today. Had our terraforming adventure began. We started fixing this area a little bit. Just a reminder to keep up with the berry planting, because those do take several days to grow. And that will, I think, overall improve this area. We'll get a couple other things taken care of as well. I started making books, except there's no no workers available to actually work in the book factories. But there will be once these start getting a little bit more in terms of birth. So that'll be fine. I think in this district we should be... Yes, we're making books. And we do have books, so that helps knowledge. We have to find a place over here for a carousel and a mud bath at some point, which will be a fun challenge, I'm sure. But aside from that, we are looking really, really good. Of course, we're still working toward the eventual final goal of building the tribute to ingenuity, which actually our current level of science acquisition could be next episode. Of course, we'll have to build all the supplies for that as well, and that takes some time. And we just got the warning that we have 3 days until the drought, so this is definitely a good spot to leave today. This is finally mostly trees, because I think we decided to leave the wheat here, which I believe has just been replanted, some of this, so yeah, that's fine. We will leave that there. And yeah, our little beaver empire. Very, very slow frame rate, but we're making good progress. We're getting a lot of stuff done. And it's a lot of fun to actually get into some parts of the game that I hadn't previously even gotten a chance to explore at all with this faction. So that's always good. As always, I appreciate any comments, questions, suggestions, tips, constructive criticism, whatever you have. Feel free to leave them below. I read every comment. I respond when I can. And I really enjoy talking to you guys about the game. And I just am so appreciative that you choose to take some time out of your day, spend about an hour watching me play this silly little beaver game. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy the video. Hope you continue. I think maybe 2 episodes left in this one, and then we'll start hardcore, and then can't forget about Ostriv and the other things as well, as I have the time to do those. So we have lots more coming up. Again, really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And until we see you in the next video, stay safe. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.